I'm going to teach you how to write the copy for your email, obviously, how to send the email and what to do, how to send it mass to a bunch of different people. Now, there are multiple ways to do this, but let's just recap initially. So the very first thing that we did is we obviously identified our niche. We identified the products and the niche that we could market to, with a desperate audience, most likely, that it has money to spend. These are crucial factors. Desperate, that has money to spend, that's willing to spend it, and that we know that we can market multiple things to over time. You don't just want a dead end with one product. So those are things that you're going to want to identify with your niche, like I talked about before. Then we picked, obviously it doesn't matter. There's a million different affiliate links that you can get. You can identify one. Once you pick one, that's great, and you can continue to pick multiple ones and do this and replicate this process over and over again. And if you have your own products and stuff, that's great too. This is another way that you can use to find emails for products that you can market yourself. But regardless of what it was, we identified the niche and the products. Then we found the emails, both through Facebook targeting. You can also hashtag target. That's a method that I'll show you really fast. It can be effective. So essentially what you would do is I'd go to Google. Sometimes you can go into Twitter or Instagram, and I'll just say like hashtag drop your email or hashtag drop your email below. And like sometimes you'll find pictures where people literally just drop emails in targeted niches and you can market to them. This is probably a bad one. Let's try to find an Instagram one, but just use your head. There's a million different ways outside of the box where people do this, and you can just find targeted emails and then you can scrape them, or you can do whatever that you want with them. But that's just another method to keep in mind. I won't go too in depth with that. There's a million different ways to get emails in 2017. You just have to think outside the box. But this is the best one, hands down the best one. So what we did is we did the Facebook, then we identified them with this. We built our email list around a targeted keyword, and you can do multiple keywords if you'd like, obviously. And then what we did was we snagged them with Snagit. We edited the picture so we could see them best, and it was unpixelated and they were most clear. Then we took it to that website, to the picture reading software, and we got all the emails out of the picture. Then we put them in an Excel file, and that is where we found ourselves. So that's where we are. We're here with the emails. Now, essentially what I would do is I would go into Word first. I wouldn't do anything else yet. I would go into Word, and I would write the copy for my email. So I would say, something broad. You don't want to say like, hey, everyone, but you also don't want to, if you have email software already, you can obviously just put the HTML for their name here, but obviously you don't have their name, so that wouldn't work for this specific method. So I would just usually go with like, hey, or I don't even waste, time with hey or this. You want to keep your emails as short as possible. They don't need to be long at all. Maybe 2 paragraphs max. The more spaced out, the better. And you just want to throw your affiliate link in here somehow. So I'm going to show you an example of one that I did for my FBA thing. And this is the header. But it's also, you can also do a million different things. And obviously my email is inconspicuous for this, so I don't want to be known. So Tom, marketing and e-commerce strategist, don't miss out on this amazing deal. It starts out with an attention grabber, which is crucial. You want an attention grabber, in your subject line, because you want to get people to open your thing. But it has to be an attention grabber that's related to your product. So I found that some of the best attention grabbers are, things that, lead people into a question or answer, also free, or anything that's going to make them reduce their cost or, solve a problem for them will get their attention. Free is also a great attention grabber. A question mark is a great attention grabber. I sent one the other day. It was just random. It was like, did you think that would work? Question mark. And it got like, I think 60% open rate, which if you know anything about email marketing is phenomenal. And I think that list was like 1,000 or 1,200 deep or something like that. So I ask questions that relate obviously to what you're talking about, but are going to intrigue people to open your email, because that's half the battle, is getting emails to open. Then you want to get people to click your link with your copywriting. So this one exactly is, I think everyone wants to be free. Obviously everyone wants to be free. That's a leading statement that's going to get them to read further. So, but learning how to make money for yourself is incredibly difficult. It's even more difficult learning how to do it entirely behind a computer involving no physical labor at all. One day I stumbled upon a YouTube channel, blah, 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 and then I threw the affiliate link in there and my thing. So essentially what you're going to do is you're going to write the copy first, and then you're going to go into Gmail. Everybody has a Gmail account. If you don't make one, I like to keep mine, my inbox full, because this is my, I don't like the term spam account because I don't spam. This is targeted. We're under the impression that these people, A, are already interested in this niche, and B, these products can help them or, help aid them. We aren't marketing them our own products, we're marketing some other products. So obviously, ideally you want to pick a product that you believe in, but, I'm not the judge, jury, and executioner here. We're here to make money, let's be real. So this is my account. I like to keep the inbox, empty, essentially. This guy owns, AJ Goel owns Gmail, so I'll get into that in a second. But basically, what you're going to do is you're going to use Gmail to send this. Now, you can use Gmail, and it will limit you to, you can go to Google Chrome, and I'll link this also in the Chrome store, Chrome App Store. And you can download the Gmail right here, I believe. And what this will do is it's an extension that pops onto when you compose an email, it pops on down here, and it allows you to send out multiple emails, single emails to people. So essentially what you're doing when you're email marketing is, say you had like 5 emails. Let's just copy 5 emails really fast. So what most people do when they're email marketing, and this is the progression, they'll send 5 emails like that just in the to field. You don't ever want to do that. Why? Because one of these people, if they're interested, can steal your emails, because everybody in this field is going to see these emails, and B, exposes people to viruses and potential malware and stuff like that. It's just not cool. So that's the first progression. Then people realize that they're not supposed to be doing this. So what they do next is they go in and they'll say, oh, well, I'll send it blind carbon copy and nobody can see it. And that's the next progression. So people post it in the blind carbon copy. Well, that is great because you're not exposing everyone to malware and viruses, and these people won't see each other's emails. So it seems like they're getting an individual email at once. So great, right? Wrong. Because number one thing that people's email providers do these days are scan emails initially before coming to the inbox for stuff like that. And a major indicator of a spam email, or an email that's not welcome, for lack of a better term, or that won't be well received by the person that's subscribing to the account, is when a bunch of emails are sent in the blind carbon copy field. Not only will their email service provider just outright reject it, and you'll get a bunch of hard bounces on that, but Gmail won't like that either. They'll stop your account. They can suspend you. They can do a bunch of different things on your Gmail. So that's why I say, A, make a new Gmail that's inconspicuous. It doesn't have your name attached to it, but is also relative to the target market and niche that you're marketing. So it might be something like Tim at passiveincomeservices.net or Tim at passiveemailservices@gmail.com or something like that. You know what I mean? Something relative to that niche. Mine's opportunity innovation, just much like Brian at bgmediainnovation.com. It's similar, and it can, it performs to a vast number of audiences. So you don't want to avoid that. You don't want to send to the to field. You don't want to send blind carbon copy field. When you get Gmail, this limits you to 50 a day, the free version. I use the paid version. I would strongly advise you to buy the paid version. The paid version is only $6.95, and I will have that linked in. If you do have a special email like mine, like bgmediainnovation.com, that's linked to a Google account, like a special one, you will have to pay $8.95 because there are other features that come with it, but most people will have to pay $6.95 a month. It's pennies. You're going to make that back on the first email, I promise you, and if not, you'll make that back initially anyway. But if you're picking the right products and you have email lists that are thousands of people deep, you'll make that back in a second. Don't worry about that. So you don't need it, but it helps. I'll link that in the Word lecture too. So go back to that original lecture. It will also be linked in the bonus lecture for you to download. So I'll link the Gmail for you, but this is phenomenal and crucial. It's going to help, literally drop the ease of this process, and it's going to increase your money and how much you can make tenfold, literally, if not, more than that. So essentially what you do is with Gmass, you post all of these into the recipient field, and pretend that there's like 500 people here, because with a new account, Gmass will suggest that you only send 500 at a time. So you'll be able to send 500 a day, but as the time goes on, it suggests that you warm up the account, because Google likes to see experienced accounts before they'll let you send a bunch more. So as the weeks and months go by, and you're sending 500 a day, you'll be able to slowly send more. You'll be able to send 750, 1,000, and then up to the thousands once you get your account warmed up. But initially, GMS will suggest that you only send 500 a day. I usually send more than that now. Obviously, with my other BG Media Innovation, I can send multiple ones but I don't ever really market from there. But that's just an idea. I just wanted to kind of give you an idea. Then obviously you're going to paste like a catchy subject line that's going to get people to open. So whether that's a question, whatever the case may be, and then you're going to paste your copy from your Word document. Always write your copy first. Don't write it in here. Just so many things can go wrong. You can send it to these people and you just don't want to do that. So then you're going to send it out through GMass by doing, let's just go back to that. Once you have everything in here, you're going to hit the GMass button. Never hit the send. But once you drop a bunch of emails into the two, GMass will drop the send away on purpose, and just so you can't hit send. Because if you hit send, it's going to send all those people into the to field. If you hit GMass, it will send all those people in the to field individual emails in a mass quantity. So that's cool. It's a really, really cool feature. Essential for email marketing in this business model, and really will make you money. It's worth the $6.95. So like I said, I'll have that linked also in the Word document for you guys that everything else is linked in. But we're going to jump on remarketing in a second and then move on from there.